Putting some tacks in here. Hopefully you can see this. That focuses. That right there to get, just to sort of help these two get together, or not get together, but come together a bit more seamlessly. I'll probably end up putting like a creek or something right here just to make it look a bit more natural. I can sort of take advantage of this, but I'm just gonna do this for now, so you know, just make it look better. The track we have the track that I got in the set, which is just like enough to make an oval with very little straight pieces in between the curves, I guess you can call it. So I went to the hobby store today, got some of these, two of these. These are 4 9-inch straight pieces. That's 36 inches, 36 inches, and got one crossing guard a while back when I bought the train set. So I'm gonna try to just set up some of the track. When I've set up layouts, I usually really don't go in with a track plan. I just sort of wing it, and because like that's the best way I can see just dimensions and stuff. And this track's very easy to take apart and put together. I'll show you an example. I know in the video it sounded like I didn't really have a plan, and that's true. I've done this before, and the way the Easy Track system goes together is, like it says, it's very easy, and it's quite easy just to mock up on the foam and snap it together, as you're going to see in a little bit how I demonstrate with some older pieces of track that have the same interlocking system as the gray pieces of track. The only thing that's different, I believe, is the rails. The rails on the gray track is a bit higher quality, and obviously the color. They're both the same. It's completely interchangeable except for the rails and except for the quality of the rails and the color. But they can both go together. Like I said, the Easy Track system, it's very easy, very very simplistic. So that was, in my opinion, the best way, using my prior knowledge to go forward and figuring out what track configuration I want to use, because I know I could mock it up easy. And like you're gonna see right now, this is getting too long, so you'll see how I mock this here. This is the same thing as the other track. It's the gray stuff, but it's just black. Basically sort of snaps together. You got to make sure like the rails and everything line up. You can sort of see there. And make sure that lines up, and it just snaps in like so. Snaps in like so here. It's all lined up. Just like that. Yep. Yep, just like that. Then just run your hand across, make sure there's no bumps between the rails. And yeah, basically just like that. So it's very easy just to move around. And yeah, it's just gonna make it easier if I just, that way I can see what I need. I might take some of this gray, I may take some of this black track and paint it gray, because I have some switch pieces. I have a lot of this black track, and I have some switch pieces where it's like a spur track, and I'll insert a picture of a spur track where I might paint one of those gray and see what happens. But first I'm just going to set up with what I have with just the gray track and the crossing gate, and we'll see what happens. I found some wood glue. I'm going to try to use this along the edges here where it's sort of buckling up. The second piece is actually seating a bit better than I imagined. So I'm just going to try to use this wood glue just to make do and get it down. Everything with all the track, the gray track that I have. What's going to look like with all the gray track? It's going to look like with all the gray track that I have. As you can see, I have the crossing gate right there. That leaves me with one odd piece of gray track out. I may use a switch. I may try to paint one of those gray, or buy a gray one, and have like a spur track coming out here or on the inside or something. I'll think of something. But this is good that I laid this out, because now I can sort of realize where my street's gonna go. because I can see where my crossing guard is. I'm planning on having a main street sort of down the center. I should probably mark that. I'll mark that with a Sharpie where the main street's gonna be. Just gonna mark some things out, and yeah,